Oh,
Round 2.
we're back, eh?
I'm literally going to be melting.
It's a hot one.
There's a bit of a sun trap here, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Well, I should know, it's my house.
we're at Tom's back garden today for our video.
Yeah, we've chosen this bit so you can't see the rest of it. Because it's pretty...
It's been a bit of a week, eh?
Oh, it's been mental. Yeah, so this episode's a bit late, just on the fact that, my family got hit with scarlet fever. I thought scarlet fever was a thing of the past. But, yeah, it wasn't nice. It was...
So you go scarlet colour.
Well, the kids get, you get a red rash from your neck and then down to, on your chest.
Yeah.
I've just seen we've got paparazzi up there. My wife's taking photos of us. What are you doing?
Taking pictures of us being pictures.
Yeah,
So
that'll
we've got
cost you.
paparazzi, eh? This is trouble, eh?
Yeah.
Paparazzi get you.
Yeah,
You think you're safe and paparazzi.
One episode, I mean, it's been crazy.
Yeah, did you... So, if it's the first one you've watched, you've only done one other one, eh?
Yeah.
And you had a few people saying they were quite... Well, I had a few people come up to me in the gym and said they watched it, which was really shocking. Because I was like, oh, I didn't think anyone was going to watch it.
Well, I mean, I stuck it on the podcast, about software and stuff and the platforms, and we've had 9 downloads.
9?
9, which was, and 2 of them in America, apparently. I mean, how true that is, I don't know. But, it's pretty cool if it is true.
It will be true.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it won't lie, I don't think.
Yeah, 1 in Jersey, 2 in America, and the rest are in Guernsey.
So,
But yeah, going back to the scarlet fever.
So your scarlet fever, I've basically phoned you up, eh? And you looked a bit not great.
I sent you a message on the video message. I was in bed. Right.
Yeah, you look really scarlety.
It's scarlety.
I take it it's called scarlet fever because you go like a scarlet colour.
Yeah, so we get
you
red.
You did look red.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You get a
you
red
had red
rash.
cheeks.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was sweating by that point. I had a fever, so I had the chills, freezing cold, absolutely freezing cold, and then went mega sweaty, hot, just up and down from Monday till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then we went on to antibiotics, and then that helped, but it's mental. The kids, the children get the red rash, like neck and chest.
Yeah.
So as after a couple of days of like bad symptoms, that sort of started to come through. So we got them to A&E. They gave the antibiotics, got that sorted, and then to adults, my doctor told me that it's basically like a severe case of tonsillitis, and like, your throat is red raw, and you got all the white spots and stuff on the back. But onto antibiotics for that, and then after 12 hours you're not contagious, but apparently, and if you don't get antibiotics, you can stay contagious for I think up to 6 weeks.
When did you have it?
Last Wednesday. You're right, almost a week, as in 12 hours after taking the first dose.
Good to know.
I've on four doses a day, which is a bit mean for someone who can't swallow because their throat's knackered. But 4 doses of tablets.
So how did that affect your bottom line that week?
What, work?
Yes, the money-wise.
0. So this week, so we'll get onto this.
So this is what we want to talk about.
Yeah, this week was supposed to be holiday, which would have been bliss. Would have been a week off, getting stuff done, kids at nursery. Wife's off, she's a teacher, so she's on Easter holidays. But last week's sick has taken that away from me. I can't afford to take, as again, self-employment. It's that thing, you budget. So I've factored in with some of my clients having the week off at some point between now and July, but to take 2 weeks off back to back, one sick, one holiday, just isn't going to work for me, because you end up losing too much money, especially when you've got to make sure you can pay all the bills at the end of the month and stuff. So
it's it's horrible, eh? When you were sick, were you like annoyed because you were sick, but also annoyed because in the back of your mind you were like, I'm not making any money?
Yeah, I think so. The first couple of days I was like, it is what it is. I just need to get better, and it was mainly the kids because they were awful with it. So you feel for them a lot of the time. I think eventually you think to yourself, it's a faff. But then I thought, actually, I'm taking next week off anyway. I would have done, or this week, so I would have had a week of no pay anyway.
Yeah.
So I've just got to have to move that holiday week to another week, just to space it out. Because obviously you take 2 weeks off of a month, that's 2 weeks of no pay. So it's difficult. But again, that comes with self-employment, doesn't it? So, you got to factor these things in. we get the freedom, but at the same time, if we're not working, we're not earning. I mean, some people might be, lucky enough to have enough saved up in the bank and stuff so they can take the extra week, but at the moment, things with, my wife's just gone back to work after maternity for 9 months, so she's still not on a full pay just yet, so I've been able to cover all the rest of the mortgage and bills and everything else, so you just got to make sure everything's kosher and done properly, so you're not getting a call from the bank.
So in an ideal world, we're told that being self-employed, you should put money away.
Easier said than done.
Put money away so when you're sick, or when something happens, you've got a little nest egg. Is that reality?
No.
It's not. I don't find it. It's not for me. It's not.
Have you got a pension?
I did have.
You did have. Well, we had one at Bosey.
Yeah, but
I
no,
cashed that out stupidly. Yeah. Well, I haven't got one.
Yeah.
But then you could put.
I cashed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I cashed mine, and I mean, that went for me.
I ain't got a lot. I ain't got a lot to show for it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't think what I did with it.
No, I mean,
I did something with it because I haven't got it anymore, so it's clearly gone.
This is honestly roasted.
Yeah, you won't be able to tell, but it's.
I'm gonna be
I think it's going to be one of the hottest days.
I've got my trousers on, it roll me up with my knees.
Time of shooting this, what's it? April, eh? Beginning of April.
It was April 7th.
Yeah,
no,
it was. It was. April. Was it Friday the 13th recently? So is it the 15th?
How are we gone from the 7th,
I know, I was just
8th
saying,
of April to Friday the 13th would have been March?
What was it? No,
we just had the bank holiday, Easter bank holiday. So May Day was last week.
Anyway, I was just saying, let them know.
May Day, April Fool's, Jesus Christ. Again, you can tell this isn't scripted. April Fool's.
Yeah, who would script this? Yeah. I was basically just saying the time frame, like the weather. It's April and it's lovely. Really nice.
But yeah, going back to money, pensions.
No, I haven't.
I've been told, the wife's always on my case, get a pension.
Yeah.
Even if it's just 50 quid a month, 50 quid a week, whatever you're doing it.
That's another 50 quid you got to earn.
But it's 50 quid that could go towards paying some more bills.
Yeah.
But again, will we think that in the long term?
That can fill your van out of fuel, 50 quid.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, yeah. When we've got, when we're older and...
But I think, this podcast could be our pension. If it goes well.
If it goes well.
I mean, we might be able to draw maybe £1.70 a week from it.
Well, we got up to nine downloads on Spotify, and we did a fair on the old views. Yeah, we got 340 views, first episode.
I'm not putting my deposit down on that super yacht quite yet.
No, not yet. No, we're not quite KSI level yet.
Imagine if we could do this on a. Then this is going completely off, but imagine we could do this on a back of a yacht moored in Monaco. Me and you.
Yeah,
how cool
this is
would
the
that
sort
be?
Of shit we talk, and
how
we thought
cool
you guys might want to
be?
listen to it. This is
imagine us sat like this on a super yacht in Monaco, going right, let's do a video.
Yeah,
we've got the backdrop of Monaco behind us.
Yeah, false advertisement. It's not our boat. It's not our yacht.
It's not our boat.
Yeah, someone else paid for the other day.
No, it's just AI.
Yeah,
we're just sat here. We've just put the background in.
Yeah, green screen behind us.
I wonder why that's green.
Yeah, we could put something on there. Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure if we asked ChatGPT, it could sort something out.
I mean.
Anyway, I wouldn't mind. I must admit, I don't know about. It's funny actually talk about that. I said to Fallon the other day, my wife. I said I think you can easily. I don't know. I just think I've been bogged down in work, not bogged down flat out, just bogged down in when you're self-employed for years and years now about trying to come up with new classes and new because. I don't know if you know, we haven't said in this episode, but if you're new, we both work in the fitness industry. We do classes and stuff.
That's something we
I just say this quick before I forget.
Yeah. Most likely to happen.
You probably know what I'm going to say, but I think I've been bogged down, and this can easily happen. You can get bogged down when you're starting a business off. You start, I've got all these ideas, and you're constantly thinking, even when you're not at work, how can I make more money?
Yeah.
No one's done this. This is a little market, and for me, I've done most of the ideas I wanted, okay? And they've done okay, but they haven't done nowhere near as much as I thought they would do. And because you think, oh my God, yeah, no one's doing pre or postnatal classes, and you do something, and it does all right, then it fizzles out, and you lose a bit of heart, and you get a bit, things happen. Then you end up just coming up with another idea, that didn't work, let's try something else. And it's like a merry-go-round, and I said, you're so focused on doing work that I find, I don't know about you, but life's just going past.
Yeah.
Just going past, and year after year. Then I said to Fran the other day, I said, you know what, my focus shifted a little bit now, and like
a bit more family orientated.
Yeah, a bit more family. And do you know what, if I could be in a super yacht around the back of Monaco, I think that's actually more what I want to do now than actually have a thriving fitness business. Don't get me wrong, I would like that as well, but I tend to feel like I don't know if I'm explaining it.
Look at the lads,
all your ideas, you think are going to make you millions, right? You think, oh God, like in 5 years' time, if it's doing really well, I literally could be loaded. I wouldn't have to work much. I've thought that so many times. I don't have to do this, and like do this a few days a week. And if I'm getting 30 people come to class, that's like 500 quid. And then reality hits, and you get 10 people in a class. Then you get 8 1 week, and 1 week you get 2, and you're like, oh right, that dream's not quite reality.
This is what.
Do you know what I mean?
This will bring me on to.
And you lose a bit of heart.
Why people think the industry is an easy way to make money.
I don't know if I explained that properly, but
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Hopefully you have. I'm pretty sure you have. But like people come out of college with a sports degree, or not sports degree, like a PT, personal training qualification. PTSD.
That's what we've got.
Yeah, personal training qualification or whatever, or level 2, and they think there's so many kids coming into the industry thinking they can make it, and it annoys me. Not because they're trying, because fair play. Like we were the same. We try, but it's the thinking it's easy.
Yeah.
Then it's not, like you're saying. You go to a class, you get 10 1 week, you get 2 another. Like, unless you've set up a little bit differently, where you're getting paid regardless whether they come or not. But if you're getting paid for 2 people when you should be getting paid for 10, 15 people, when you're making the effort, you're getting there half an hour early, setting up, you're there half an hour later, breaking down, tidying up, all that sort of stuff. All this time you're spending doing it, unless you absolutely love it. Like you don't. My advice would be, don't turn something you love into a chore, because we've been there before. Like, I've been there. Like, don't.
That's a good one,
you
Tom.
love exercise.
That happens a lot in the fitness industry.
Yeah, and people won't ask you for help, but don't turn what you love into a chore, because it becomes from something you enjoy doing every day of the week to something you have to do every day of the week for other people.
And you're not training, remember?
And then you're not training.
You're not training yourself.
So
I've heard that a lot. Oh well, I thought I'd become a personal trainer because I go to the gym a lot and I love it. And I'm like, that's completely separate.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot of people say it to me. I enjoy going to the gym and I love being here, so I thought I'd become a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you come to the gym and work in a gym. They're like that, they're separate, and you might hate being a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You might hate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've lost, I think like, if I had my time, well, it's the thing, like if you knew what you knew now back then, I definitely would have done things different with my self-employment thing. But you don't know,
In what way? Any ideas?
But you don't know. Like I did it. I've pretty much done it. I've rented, like, there's a local community centre, Stick Centre. I used to do classes there, paying rent all the time. Then I was at Cobo Community Centre, paying rent, and the rent thing is the thing that gets you most of the time. But you do need premises, so you do need to rent.
Here's the thing. We'll just still talking about that. So you charge PT, for instance, right? Say you're paying an hourly rate somewhere. The things people don't think about, they think, I could charge 60, 70 quid for an hour PT, right? So you're probably getting charged a minimum of £10 for that hour to use it, probably more.
Minimum, that's cheap. That's quite cheap.
Yeah, that's cheap, but minimum £10, right? So down to, we'll go 60, worst case, out of 60, 70. So that takes you down to 50, right? Then on top of that, you've then got to pay 31% tax and social. Right, whereas you'd normally be paying, what's it? We're 11%, aren't we? Yeah, so 6% social if you're employed, 11% if you're self-employed. So you got that on top of that. So take 31% out of that 50 quid. What's that leave you with?
Yeah.
Like, and so then you take all that, take it down, and then so you're left for the time that you're spending thinking, I'm making 60, 70 quid. You might be taking home 25, 30.
Yeah, and you factor in your time. If you're doing a class, it could be half an hour before setting everything up.
Yeah.
Then you got your fuel if you're driving somewhere far. Yeah. That's not a lot, but it all adds up. Then you get 4 people turn up.
Yeah. So it's like people think they're making a lot of money.
And you're like, so many times I thought to myself, I've been doing the class with 4 people, or which I don't do now actually. That's when I used to do classes at community centres and that. Thinking to myself, what an absolute waste of my time this is.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done classes. I've actually I've lost money while I'm doing class.
Same.
Like, I'm paying £25 rent and I've made £23.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I've made £2, okay, but then your fuel actually, by the time you pay, I've lost money. And they're like, people are going to, the class is saying to me, oh, I love it when there's only like not many of us.
Yeah.
I used to have like quite a few going, oh, we like it when it's not many because like it's better.
Yeah.
And I just go, yeah, better for you, not for me. I need numbers to make money.
This is the
but
thing.
They don't, and that's where you realise they don't care and they shouldn't care. It's not their problem. But you realise they're not seeing it nowhere near as we are, and they probably shouldn't be because they're not trying to make money, eh?
No, well, this is the thing. If you've advertised it as a class and you're expecting 10, 15 people, and you get 2 people turn up, you can't then say to them, sorry guys, but effectively this is PT.
Because your rent doesn't go down because there's only 2 people.
Well,
your rent is fixed.
This is PT.
Whether you have 100 or 2.
Oh, exactly, yeah. So you can't say to them, well, this is PT now, so I've got to charge you 60 quid between the two of you, and it's 30 quid each. And they're like, oh, hang on a minute, that's what I signed up to. So you've just got to do it regardless.
You can fall into a trap, and be careful of this if you are a personal trainer, a new personal trainer. And you would have had this, I think a lot of it have. You can fall into a trap of like doing a group class where you expect 10 people, maybe 2 or 3 people just start coming. And they're all friends, and they're like, oh, this is good, we're getting like group personal training and we're only paying 6 quid each. And I heard a few of them saying that to me. There was 2 women coming and they're like, oh, we love it, we're having like it normally costs like, what would you charge normally for? I'll be like 45 quid. Yeah, we're only paying 6 quid each. And I was like, yeah, I'm not really finding that funny because like I'm actually losing money training you.
Yeah.
In the end I had to say to him, I said, I can PT you, I can PT you both separately or together. But I said, if you want that, I'll have to charge like, and I discounted it anyway. I think I said 40 quid each. They were gone.
Didn't come back.
Yeah, and I learned a lesson. All right, so they weren't really. They were coming to me because they were getting a good deal cheap. It wasn't really because of me. I don't think it was anything personal. They just don't want to pay that money.
But then if you're losing money for putting it on because there's only 2 of them turning up, but you say to them, look, this is the other side of it. We can do this because I can't keep losing money. Yeah. Then you're better off not having them anyway. Then
on top of that, the community centre will send you an email when you're at rock bottom, thinking, I don't know what to do because this isn't working. Just to let you know the rent's going up in 3 months. And that's like nail in the coffin, bang, done. Yeah. And you just quit. You're like, and then you get that a few times, and you think all these. I'll go back to what I was saying. You become a bit fed up, I don't know, for a better word. Like, all right, okay, well, I did so many times. I come up with this idea. I'll be like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, this is no one's doing. I'm gonna train older people. Not many people train old people. Or I'm gonna do mums. And you go through, I think everyone goes through every PT. I'm gonna train women that just want to lose weight. I'm gonna train beginners that, you know, may be scared to come to the gym. And you will get people, but none of it is like mind-blowingly amazing money. No, it just gets by.
It never will be.
No, and I think like, but members look at us and go, there's 10 of us in this class, and Ross is charging like 10 quid each. He's making 100 quid for half an hour. He's got a good job. No, we're not. You were probably paying 35 quid rent for the room. Then
your tax and social.
So actually,
and your petrol to get there.
I think probably only made about 40 quid.
And then if you break down, I mean, it don't turn your nose up at it, but then you break it down in terms of, like you say, set up time, do the class, breakdown time. When you put it in terms of how much time you put into it and what you get, it's sometimes it isn't worth it. Like we do. You
have good days though. Eh? You'll have good class where you're like, oh, I've made some good money today.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's not. For me, it was never consistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like caveat that with, it's not about the money, but we are trying to earn a living.
But that is how we pay the mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We are having to make sure making sure people are paid, making sure we're charging enough. You know, we might put our prices up, and let's be honest, PT, things like PT, and Ross hasn't mentioned this, but he owns a salon as well. Like that sort of thing. Those are the luxuries. Those are the first things to go.
Yeah.
So we've got to be so careful with how we put things up in terms of prices.
You've always got to tiptoe around people, which I don't like.
Massively, yeah.
You find you tiptoe around clients. It's like, I hate it.
You get some that are amazing.
Yeah.
You should be charging more. What are you doing? Like this isn't. You're not making enough. Well, you know, and then you get the ones that go, well, that's expensive. It's like, well, are you the type of people I want to be training then? Like it's not all about the money. I want you. I'm giving you as much of my value and my information and my experience as possible. And you're telling me that it's a bit pricey.
There's a saying in the industry, all the PTs used to say, if a potential client phones you up and the first question they ask is, what do you charge? You don't want them.
No,
and
most of the time they won't come to you.
Yeah, and there's an element of a bit of truth in that.
Yeah.
Like if someone's just shopping around PTs, phoning different people up, finding what they charge, and they're just going to go the cheapest one, well, number one is they may not be able to afford you in the long term, so they're probably not, I say they're not worth, I'm not saying that. They're, in my experience, that people have asked that and they're going for the cheapest PT. They'll come to you a bit and they'll leave.
If money's their main concern, they're not invested.
Yeah.
If you want personal training or want someone to help you with your health and fitness, you need to invest in your health. Like it will cost you money. Like you buy a new car, it's going to cost you money. You invest in a new thing, it's going to cost you money. Like if you want something, it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's cheap these days, and nothing's free. Well, not a lot anyway. This is free, by the way. You can watch this for free.
This is. I like how you snap that in.
Yeah.
You see how he just edged that in, moulded it in. That's a sign of a true professional.
Just the old salesman.
Yeah.
But let's not go down the whole negative Nancy route. In terms of payment for classes and stuff, there are other ways of structuring it. So you can do block payments, like 6, 7, 8 weeks, and they pay up front, and whether they turn up or not, they've paid regardless. They've booked their spot, like that's it. They don't get that back. It sounds a bit harsh, but that's just how the way the industry works.
You sort of need to do that.
I do that just because you're guaranteed. So I do a class on a Sunday morning, circuit class, and a few of the guys could only do a few of the days because they had work commitments or travel or whatever. So I said, it's more of a premium price. If you want to do a one-off session, that's fine. But then I found too many of them have started to do it. So I was like, just to make sure, so look, I'll offer it if you can only do 2 sessions out of the 6 because you've got work commitments or whatever, you're away or holidays, then you can pay for those 2 sessions one-off. I think it's like 15 quid a session, right? But if any more than 2 sessions that you make, if you can make more than 2 sessions, then you need to pay for the 6-week block, and that's $12.50 a session.
I think you've touched on a very interesting point there. If I had my time again, and I'll admit it right now, I've been too soft with clients. Yeah,
because you want
but for a reason.
We're trying to get people in. We don't want to scare people. I want to try and make it as attractive as possible.
But then, what jet?
Oh, nice.
Sorry about that. There's an amazing jet flying overhead of us.
We're on the
Tom, one day, that'll be us.
Yeah. Cabin crew.
That'll be us flying off somewhere to film a video.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll be flying somewhere.
Talking of that, make sure you subscribe and like.
Yeah. So we've got to manifest things, eh? If you manifest them,
put it out
there. Put it out, and I believe in karma.
Yeah.
But you raised an interesting point there about something I can't remember. What were you talking about? Oh yeah, being really nice, too nice. Now, when I say nice, we feel like, and this isn't everyone, but I feel sometimes I've had my good nature. My good nature has been seen as a soft with clients, money wise, because you saying about I used to do blocks of 8, and I used to do blocks of 8 for classes. So I can't remember what I charged. I think I used to charge 11 quid a class for legs, bombs, and when I was at community centre. It was 8, so that was 88 quid. Was it? Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It used to be 88 quid. Yeah, so it was 11 quid a class. 88 quid. So you'd have to purchase so you'd have to pay me £88.
Yep.
Then you can come to 8 sessions.
Yep.
Right. Fine. You think that's good? So, and I used to say it safeguards me if you don't turn up. Oh no, I'll always turn up. And you get I always come. Then you'll have maybe a few hours for the class. You'd have quite a few messages come through. Hi Ross, really sorry, I can't make it. My kid's sick. And like, I'll be like, well, if I stocked all my guns here, I'll be like, oh, I understand. However, unfortunately, you will lose your session. What did I do? Your kid's sick. Oh, don't worry about paying today. It's one of those things. I say,
look who's made an
you know,
appearance.
hello. I said, it happens. Like, and I almost felt sorry for them. Like, it wasn't their fault. Their kid's sick. You know.
Here's Ruru.
Hello. Their kid's sick. I can't charge them. I can't charge them for that because, you know, I wouldn't want to be charged if that was me because it's not their fault. It's not as though they haven't just turned up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can have that session. Right. So you think I'm being quite nice there? Now, because they tell their friend, oh, Ross, he didn't charge me the other day. I didn't know he didn't charge me.
Precisely. Yeah.
Right. All of a sudden, your block of 8, which you've said everyone's got to pay to safeguard yourself, is gone to a complete crock of crap.
Yeah.
Because so and so over there hasn't been for 5 sessions, but you've only charged her for 1 because she had her dad was sick and you felt sorry for her and it wasn't her fault. So and so's got a back injury and she couldn't come, so there's no way you can charge her. The doctor said she can't come anymore. So actually, she wants a refund, by the way, because she said she can't come to Many.
Yeah.
Right, and a lot of the time, and there was things like that you'd have to refund, I suppose, but I should have just stuck to my guns and says, you know, whether you've got a cold that day, you lose your session. The other side of it is, how many people would have not come back because of that? I don't know. Was I worried about people not coming back? Yeah, I was. That's why I was probably quite nice. I wanted to be friendly and I wanted people to come, and I didn't want to annoy people because I wanted. But looking back, I give the options of pay as you go, and nearly everyone went with pay as you go, and I thought no. Because you give me an option, because that just shows they're not committed. They don't want to pay the money.
Maybe you're even less secure making them income.
Did you ever do that? Let people off you think you shouldn't have. And you
plenty of times. Yeah.
And you think like, but it's like you set this culture, and it's hard to break away from it because you're doing it with everyone. Then you're like, well, how do I? The minute I say I'm not going to do it now, I'm going to look like I'm being an asshole.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like I wish I wouldn't have set that thing. I would just
set that precedent. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard because like
you don't want to upset people.
We want to
come back.
We want to be good with people, and we are good with people. And like you don't want to. I mean, I had one woman for PT. She bought a block of PT. I remember at Cobo Community Centre when I was there. She bought a block of PT. I don't know what she paid. It was in the hundreds. She had 1 session. 1 session.
How many?
It was a block of 10. She had 1 session. She had 1. And the second session, she messaged me, I can't come anymore, I've hurt my leg. Gone to the doctor. Wasn't anything to do with you. Wasn't your session. I've got an injury with my leg. I can show you. The doctor said I can't exercise for at least like a month. And she said, is it possible to have a refund? And I just thought.
I mean, that sort of stuff's difficult. You kind of not.
So I refunded her straight away.
Yeah, you need to go down. You need to refund.
And she put a message on my Facebook. Hi, just to let you know, really pleasant interaction with Ross. He refunded me, no questions asked, when I injured myself, blah, blah, blah. And that wasn't an issue. That's one where I was happy to do that because you can't keep hundreds and hundreds of pounds from someone who can't come.
Yeah,
It was a big amount of money, and I thought morally that's so wrong. I could have said sorry, and I'm sure some PTs do.
Yeah,
sorry,
I reckon. Yeah.
You paid your block, and I actually know some that have done that.
Oh really?
Yeah, and they've come to me and they've told me about the PT, how they were fuming, and they'd never go back to him, and they won. And I was working in a gym actually at the time, where she pointed out that PT over there took like 190 quid for me, I think it was, and I had 1 session. I was looking back, and he kept all my money. And she pointed at me, said it was him, and she was not happy. And I thought, well, this is what you get. And she didn't have a good word to say about him. And then someone else came on, and she started telling the other person about him.
Yeah.
And I was like, word of mouth, that's bad.
And you've just said what I was about to say. Word of mouth. So anyone that's not from the island, from Guernsey, watching this or listening to this, word of mouth on this island is probably our best advertisement, but also our worst enemy.
And I think that's why word of mouth, we're very cautious what I was saying about letting people off, because you don't want to be bad mouthed as a business owner.
No.
And so it's a really difficult balance to get. I think I've got it right now though. I'm okay, because I don't do those classes anymore. I don't do community centre classes anymore, because I just found it was, that was the problem about rent and stuff. So I just do my, I just invoice people, and they're quite good now, they pay. But
let's keep things simple.
I think you're right. Keep it simple as possible.
Yeah. We overthink things too much, and we overthink how we are with people, how it comes across people. Going back to the class thing quick, they might pay, they buy 8 sessions, right, at £10 a session, which is cheap. That's £10 a session. We think it's a lot of money if a few people don't come and they want their sessions back, but at the end of the day, it's a tenner. Like they've been able to give you 80 quid to come to the classes. That's 8 classes. That's 8 weeks or 8 sessions of 8 hours, maybe 45-minute sessions if you do those. But it's £10. Like we worry ourselves too much about that being crazy amounts of money, when actually it's a tenner, and they've committed to signing up to your class. You've put it on. You've turned up. Yeah. Like, unless it's a proper family emergency, or they've been in a car crash or something silly, then you go, okay, fair enough. Look, the next block, I won't refund you, but the next block, I'll deduct you 2-3 sessions that you couldn't make because of that, so it's a little bit cheaper for them. Do that. That's fair enough. But we need to stand our ground with stuff, because at the end of the day, like, you don't make a living by pussyfooting around people.
No.
It's difficult making a living, especially in the industry, PT industry. But it's just one of those things, isn't it?
And I was
we live and we learn.
Yeah.
And how many years you been in it? You both to start with.
Yeah, probably about 15 years, more maybe.
You must be more.
I can't think. 20.
Just trying to think how long.
No,
I've been.
No, I can around there, but I always have a wake-up call when I see how other business operate, and I was like, why am I worried about certain stuff? They're not. Like, you get you're booking for a hair appointment, and you get an email saying if you don't turn up for your hair appointment, or you cancel under 24 hours, you'll be charged in full. And I'm like, well, they do it. Yeah. Why am I worried about doing it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, and you think, no, just do it.
They're still paying their staff on an hourly rate.
Yeah.
We've still got to make money. Like, we can't fill that time. It's very rare. Same with a hairdresser. You'd fill that time with somebody else.
Last minute appointment, nah.
So, and yes, it's our choice to go self-employed, and yes, it's our choice to decide.
Yeah, we've decided to do all this.
But at the same time, if people want our time, there could have been someone else that wanted that time, but now can't have that time. Therefore, we've lost out on a whole hour's work compared to someone who's working in an office for 8 hours and get paid regardless. So yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to it all, and there's arguments, against kind of.
I think us chatting about this may be very useful for someone in the industry, as well as everyone else, because they're probably interested in hearing this.
Or you couldn't give a shit. I mean, you might just be watching this.
You might be thinking,
why am I listening to this?
Well, why are they? You might be thinking all they've done is say the negatives.
Tom's wall could do with a clean, or to be fair, I mean, it could do with a repaint.
I mean, on all this money, Tom, you could get a gardener.
I did have a gardener. I did. I can't afford him anymore.
Then you charge you too much, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Nah, he's good to me. He is good to me.
What, did you cancel him on 24 hours and you charged him?
Well, I cancelled him because I missed on maternity. Can't afford it. If she's gone back to work, I might get him back.
But you might think it's our choice to be self-employed, and we've just listed off some of the problems. Yeah, it is. But I think this isn't unique to our industry. I think if you speak to anyone, some bits are unique to our industry, but I think most sole traders or partnerships, they probably have the same issues. I think it's all part of running a business, though.
Yeah.
We just say that you don't think of this. I never thought this when I went out on my own. You literally have no idea what's coming your way. You just don't. You think it's going to be, all you do is you work out most people just work out how much they need to earn a month. They work out how many clients they need. Yeah, that's doable. That's a really simple way of going, I need 20 clients a week, and I'll earn this, or I do some classes, I'll earn this. But, my advice would be, knock it right down. To worst, okay, if I only had 5 clients a week, and
Yeah,
only
work
have
on
3
worst
people
case scenario,
only
yeah.
have 3 people coming a week to a class, how much do I earn? And you might scale yourself into like, well, maybe I can still do that, but have another little job as well. And I think that's quite a good thing. You could always, I always say to people like, they want to be a PT and they've got a full-time job and they're like, I want to be a full-time personal trainer. I'm just going to do this and quit my job. And I say like, I know they don't want to hear this and they probably won't listen, but the safest thing to do is keep your full-time job for the moment.
Yeah.
Not saying you got to stay, and do your PT on the side and see how you get on, and it will give you a really realistic thing of what people like, what clients like, and how much you can earn. Then you've always got your backup with your full-time job. But if you just dump your full-time job, go straight in, you might have a shock, a serious shock.
When I went, I think hobby 7 years in
Which
July.
is what I did.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had a bit of a shock.
Well, I'm 7 years in July. I'm self-employed full time.
Yeah, I think I'm 10. Oh, 9.
9. Yeah, you were before.
I was
me,
a little bit before, yeah. I did warn him. He
Yeah,
didn't
you
listen.
did. But
Didn't listen to a word I tell him.
I think I was. I'm impatient.
I don't think I did warn you actually.
No, probably not. I'm impatient, and I just wanted to go out like from the get-go when I was whatever.
And you want to make a big impression.
I wanted to come out
bang.
with a PT by myself. I didn't want to work for anyone. Maybe I can't work for people probably, but I have to thank those people that did say to me at the time, learn your craft, learn your trade as it would be, like kind of get some experience.
You're still trying, eh?
It's true. I'm still trying, still learning. We're always learning. But
we are though. We're always learning. Yeah.
Worked at Beau de Jour, then I worked at Try Fitness, but like, I learned how things were done and how things weren't done, shouldn't have been done. But I got to know people. I got clients. I built up a client base, and that client base then enabled me to then one day go out on my own, and then that grew. Like, it was just about being patient and then that stepping stone, but knowing the industry from the gym side of it, not just the personal training side of it, has helped massively. And on the island, like, if you get to know people, let's say word of mouth is key.
Where would you say? I'll ask you a question because I think it'd be quite good for you to answer. Not that I'm interviewing you, because we're just chatting, but to another personal trainer. Where do you feel you're at now within your business, and where you at? Are you happy with where you're at? And do you want to? Is there more, or how are you feeling about it all?
I struggle to just stick with one thing. So I also run like a supplement type thing. Basically, I've got 3 vending machines. That not quite building up, but they're based in 3 separate gyms. So again, selling high protein supplements, energy drinks, water, protein bars, all that sort of stuff. But I'm always looking to do that next thing, and I'm not sure if that's just me, my mentality. But my ultimate goal is to have my own either studio or gym. Nothing crazy big, not like a commercial gym, but something where I can have a few members. I can run multiple small group PT sessions, like 5, 6, 7 people, and help more people rather than just doing just one-to-ones. I've got a few of those at the moment where I work out currently, but there isn't the space and the time to be able to do more of that.
Yeah.
But in my drive, I'm happy with where I am, and I really enjoy my job, and I love my clients, most of them. And but my ultimate goal is to have my own place, my own property, however big it is. Just want to grow that. And the other thing I think, like, with the kids, going back to the family side of things, how many more years can I give? I'm only 30. I'm going to be 37 this month.
Yeah.
But how many more years can I give getting up at 5 o'clock every morning to then do silly hours, get back at 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and not spend any time with my kids? Whereas if I was able to work a few less hours by helping more people at one hit and making as much money or more, maybe, hopefully, maybe give a bit more time to the vending machines, have a few more of those. Anyone watching this, by the way, here you go, cheeky plug. I'm looking to get into offices, looking to offer healthier substitutions, let's say, compared to the standard confectionery, chocolate, crisp, fizzy drinks. But yeah, so give us a shout if you're interested. That's a genuine thing. I'm not looking to go massive, just looking to get into a couple of big offices on the island. If that's something that might interest you or your staff, let me know. Just pop it in the comments and I'll email you. There you go. Once a businessman, always a businessman.
Yeah,
But
salesman, eh?
But yeah, no, it's the thing. I don't want to. I want to be able to pick the kids up from school or like take them to school, like spend some time with that. So I want to be able to. If I've got members paying the rent for the property, if I'm helping more people, earning more money, or earning the same amount of money by doing less hours, it just opens up for that bit more freedom.
And I think you're probably not everyone would be at that stage where you are.
No.
Like everything we've said so far, and Tom's like, well, I want to open a studio up. You might think actually we've just said 100 reasons why that doesn't work, but you know, you're armed with the knowledge now of what not to do and what to do. So I think you would go into maybe having a studio with your eyes very wide open, knowing exactly how it could go south. So I think you'd put safeguards in, but I think as a new PT saying they want to hire a studio and get like doing, I think like that wouldn't be a right move for someone.
No, it's a ballsy move.
You think it's a right move. You want to do it. You want to do it when you want, but you don't know what you don't know, eh?
Yeah,
is
exactly,
the old saying. And like you're going to it with a wealth of knowledge about, you know, that some people might do not for classes, and you know that you know you can put all these safeguards in place. Like you might be stricter than go like, right, if you don't turn up, you need to pay. Like all these things which we weren't great at. Like I think the knowledge and experience would get you through it, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if I knew what I knew now, doing what I did, I would. Yeah, I definitely would.
It's nice to be able to pass that on to other people, isn't it? Like this is where we talk crap and we talk to each other about stuff, and I've spoken to people that.
But we've been there and done it. We haven't read a book.
No, we've done it.
We have been there and done it, and got the scars to prove it.
Yeah, for sure.
And when I say
I'm
scars,
dripping with sweat here. It's so hot.
Because you're talking about money.
Lack of.
That's right. Tom's on there to pay the mortgage this month. That's why he's sweating.
Your bank manager looking over the fence there.
You might say, why aren't we working now? Well, this is the luxury. This is one of the luxuries being self-employed. You can have time off when you like, but there's in the back of your mind.
Well, we're not getting paid.
I need
no holiday pay,
yeah.
no sick pay.
Yeah. Like I'm going to work after this.
What time is it now?
It's 1:05.
5 past already.
Yeah, we were going to bang out 2 episodes, but I think that's gone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we could cut it.
We should have named better, as though we're going to stop chatting for 2 episodes. Eh?
We can still do part one, part two.
We're barely taking a breath.
But let's step away from the business side of it for a bit. How's I mean, we haven't caught up for a little bit, to be fair, since the last episode, I reckon.
Because you decided to get sick.
Yeah, well, that is true.
It's not my fault.
I mean, it wasn't by choice. And yeah. But how's training going? How's life? How's family, right?
Yeah, it's going well. It's difficult.
How many times a week do you train? When do you get to train?
Well, I'm not so much, but I don't do PT and gym. I used to do PT and I still can actually, to be fair, but I've moved away from doing the normal PT in the gyms. So I'm not in the gym environment so much. I'm more going out to older people's houses and training them, and I do care home work and stuff for exercises. So like, yeah, I'm not in the gym environment as much as I used to. So I used to like, I've got clients cancelled, I'm already at the gym, I'll do a workout. Yeah. That's gone. So I train about twice a week now. I do some strength training twice a week, and I do that. I take 2 group classes a week for this gym, and I link in with me taking the class. So if I'm taking a class at say 5:30 on a Wednesday, which I normally do, I will do my class from 5:30 to 6, and I'm like, right, when I come out of the class, I'm already here.
Yeah. I
go into the weights area and I do a weights workout, then I go home. And I do the same on a Saturday. I do a circuit class on a Saturday morning at 9. I go in at 8.
Oh, okay.
And I do a weights workout first. And I find that really works for me because I'm going in there for a reason.
So like, go there a bit earlier.
It makes me, it's like, it's scheduled. Like we all say to clients, you need it scheduled. That's my schedule. I know I've got to go in for class.
Yeah.
It's not a choice. I have to go, so I might do a workout, and it makes me do workouts. And obviously, I join in with the class on a circuit class, so I do cardio in my class as well, because I do it with them. But so yeah, I think it's important.
So probably not as much as you used to train then.
No, I think I used to train a bit more, but then you start thinking, well, where's the life balance here? Like, you're training people, then you train yourself. And yeah, it's good. I always feel good after a workout.
If you're there, like, obviously train if you've got the spare time, eh?
But yeah, then I start thinking like, I've had moments where I thought, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing this for? What's the point? Oh, then you go home and you sit in the garden and like you're with the kids and that, and yeah, they might drive you mad. We've recently had a bank holiday this week, haven't we? And like, it's been home with the kids, and yesterday was really nice in the garden. We was playing in the water. We literally got a bucket of water, little tub,
Oh,
and
really?
they're both sat in it.
Is it?
I was like, "This cheaper than a hot tub." They were both sat in this little tub of water.
Cheaper than buying a pool.
Both sat in there laughing and joking, and I was like, "Fallon, look at this. You can buy them all. We've got slides and frames, and they are the most happiest I've seen them sat in a little tub of water."
Happy days.
And I remember being like that as a kid. Like, I think I said, "Fallon, we need to get back to simple things for the kids." Like, little Jude, I just give him a hose. I turned the hose on a little bit, and he was there for ages, just laughing to himself, playing the garden with a little bit of water coming out the hose. And I was like, I said, we've got trampoline behind him.
Oh, yeah.
They're not using any of it. They're just happy, like playing with water. And he's got a little watering can he fills up, and he's like emptying it all around the patio, and he's in chatting to himself.
That's the thing.
I was watching him. He's chatting away to himself, and he's like, you can tell he's in his element. And I said, he's got a plastic watering can and an old tub of water. And I said, like, that's what I remember doing as a kid. Like, it wasn't high tech iPads and stuff. I just remember playing in the garden, or I don't know. I just think I used to play with stuff, and I just amuse myself. I don't remember like going to Oaty and Joey's all the time and all these things.
Oh, yeah,
I just didn't do it.
Yeah, just play them up, play outside.
Because number one, my mum and dad didn't have the money.
Well, yeah,
like, they didn't have the money to take, and so we used to go to the beach. Like, we used to go to Amra Beach as a kid. I was brought up down there. Mum said, like, where like nowadays you take Oaty, Joe's and Frickay. I don't remember doing any of that ever, because it just wasn't something we did. We were outside down the beach.
On the beach, in the park.
Yeah, in the park, or playing in the garden, or playing out on the road. Sounds funny, but yeah, we used to play on the road.
Yeah. On
our bikes or skateboards or whatever. I don't, Fallon, my wife thinks it's strange. She's like, didn't you ever go to any? Because my wife's from the UK, and I think it was different. But I said, I don't remember. No, we didn't go. She goes, didn't you ever go to the cinema? And I was like, no, I honestly don't remember. I just remember getting up. My cousin lived next door. Going to see if they want to play. And we would play.
Such a Guernsey thing. My cousin lived next door.
Yeah. Well, my whole family actually lived in the same lane. All my family lived in this one lane. My uncles, aunties, we all lived in one lane, because my family built on the land. My pop had greenhouses because obviously the
uncles, your brother, your aunties, your sister.
The tomato industry was huge, right, in Guernsey. The tomato industry. So like when all the greenhouses got knocked down, all my family built on the land.
Just built on that bit of land.
Yeah, all the plots, the whole lane, the whole lane. About 7 houses, all my family.
How many are left? Family-wise?
Oh, just my dad.
Really?
Yeah. It was my gran next door. So there's my gran's house, which was my dad's mum and pop there. There was our house. Next door to us was Uncle Dave, which is my dad's brother, Auntie Janet. Next door to them was Dad's sister, Auntie Wynne and Chloe, the whole lane. Yeah, now... yeah, it's just my dad.
Yeah. So not to bring a downer on the conversation. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant...
No, but I was thinking like that's what it's like. We used to play in the road and we didn't do anything. I remember there's a car coming, pull in. We'd all go in the drive and a car go down the lane. So we'd look out for cars.
How old's Fallon?
30. Let's just 40 now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
so there's not a massive age gap then?
No, but it just wasn't like that. Where she was. I think they did like they went to play centre. It was more like going to organise things for kids.
When you're on the island compared to the UK, being outside in the street was what we did.
This is what I think. I think it's island life.
Yeah, oh for sure.
I think it's island life was different to her. Island life is very much outside orientated, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And you got beaches and I think I remember going to my dad's boat. He had a boat, going out the boat and like all that sort of stuff. I didn't.
But do you find now?
And I like that for my kids.
Yeah, but
I preferred going down the beach with my kids rather than taking to Oaty and Joe's or a Frickay. I just do.
Going back to the work sort of things, how much less of that are you doing now being self-employed because you struggle to make the time for it?
Yeah.
Well, and one of my clients actually said this to me, and I use this for a lot of people, and I used to say it a lot as, oh, I don't have the time for that, I don't have the time for that. And he used to say to me, he said, no, you just haven't made it a priority.
Yeah.
make it a priority. Make it the thing that you need to do and that you have to do, and then it will happen. Rather than, oh, I haven't got time for that. Oh, I didn't have time for that. And it makes complete sense. But that goes, whatever it is you want to do or wanting to, or what you're doing. But I use it for training purposes. You just haven't made it a priority. You haven't gone to the gym.
You made your gym session a priority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but you could have stayed at home.
base my day normally, well, apart from work, but around my training. Well, I used to.
I used to. I don't so much now.
So so it'd be like, right, I need to train today, so that's happening at 10. So I'll do that before 10. Leave there at 9:30. Be there for 10. Do that till 11:30. Leave there. Quick shower. Be there for 12. Whatever you do. That's how you made it a priority.
And this goes back to what I said at the beginning of the show. How like I said, like I was more like wanting to do like just an example, being in Monaco on a yacht. That and spend time with the kids. To me now, I would make more priority than going and try and go a new fancy class that's going to make me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like I said to Fallon, I'm never one for going on holidays. So I said to her, we need to book a holiday.
We did that in January.
Yeah. Fallon's like, you don't like going on holiday. I was like, I think I'm changing a bit.
Cliche, but you need to make memories with the kids.
I just
family.
like this work thing. It's just not. I think it's John Lennon said, the famous quote, "Life's what happens when you're making other plans," and I think that's so true.
Yeah.
Life is what's happening when you're making.
Yeah,
but it's a beauty of a saying.
Oh, for sure.
And it fits me because I'm always thinking in my head about next week and
same.
Rent and next week. How long have we got? When's the mortgage coming out? What date? And you're always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
And while you're thinking that, your life's just passing you by.
Again, not take it down a notch, but a client of mine, quite sadly, she passed away at the start of the year, and she did some video blogs about her treatment and stuff. She had cancer, and we were oohing and ahhing about going to Gran Canaria in January. We couldn't afford it. Like we could have eventually, but it was going to be one of those. It was tight, and it's do we risk it? Is it worth it? And one of her videos she put out was pre-surgery, and she basically said she wasn't the type of person to get worried or scared, or she'd never shown it anyway to me. She was like the bobbliest character, and she basically just said, if you've got something you need to do, or something you want to do, or something you need to say to somebody, do it now, because fucking tomorrow might not be here. Tomorrow might not happen. Like, and I watched that video, and it was hard hitting. I was like, actually, fuck this. Like went downstairs, said to Ash, I was like, book the holiday. We'll deal with it later. And there's another saying from another client was, if you want to do something, do it. Deal with the consequences later, within reason.
Yeah.
Within reason. Yeah. But
there's some.
It's stuff like that. It makes you think. Actually, we had 2 weeks with the kids in Gran Canaria. We had a time of our lives. Archer had an amazing time. Rivy's first holiday, loads of memories, and I would have been kicking myself if I hadn't done that. But it's stuff like that. Just take the bull by the horns, crack on with it. I think on that.
I think we'll leave it on that bombshell.
Yeah, on that bombshell. On that note, I think we're good. I think it was a longer episode than expected. So we were going to do 2 episodes, part 1, part 2, but if it happens like that, it happens like that. Easy editor. We'll let him crack on with it.
All right, well.
You got to go back to work now.
Thanks for, see
you next time. Subscribe, like. Hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.